Queensland public hospitals are failing to meet their targets and the AMA warns it's only going to get worse.
Its annual report card points to a looming crisis because of cuts to federal funding. Tegan George reports.
As a state, we're getting bigger, older and battling more chronic diseases, and our public hospitals are struggling to keep up.
We're doing a pretty good job, but the system is under stress.
The AMA's annual report card shows less than 65% of urgent emergency patients in Queensland are seen within the recommended 30 minutes, but waiting times for elective surgery have improved down to 27 days.
For the first time in a long time, I and many of my colleagues will put our hand on our heart and say we're proud.
The AMA says most states are trying, but hospitals are struggling to cope with growing demand. And it's going to get a whole lot worse when the Commonwealth slashes funding from next year.
People's requirement or dependency on the health system is progressively increasing.
And it's really going to be a miserable time for a lot of Australians.
Queensland stands to lose nearly $12 billion over 7 years.
We can't make up that funding gap as a state government. It's not possible for us to do that.
And unless you run things right, it doesn't matter how much money you spend because you'll never get the outcomes for patients.
The AMA warns the Turnbull government will be punished at this year's election if it doesn't reverse the cuts. The report's release coincides with the state government's announcement of a new $35 million health innovation fund, which will be used to come up with ideas on how to keep people out of hospital.
Hopefully, in many cases, that will be in their communities, near their homes, near where they work.
Tegan George, 10 Eyewitness News.